Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 10 properties today. Had a fun night at 6020 Dairy last night. The sale's going to turn some heads, so it's breaking new ground, especially if you have a 3-story home. This is next level stuff. So buyer class this weekend, I don't even know if we have space at this point. I think we have 19 people registered. If you want to come, miltonbuyerclass.com, and we should be able to squeeze a couple more in. Okay, so that's about it. Let's talk about today's homes. The first one up is 1421 Costigan, number 307, 800 square feet, plus a 67 square foot balcony. Wow, that's fantastic. 339, you can get like a 2-bedroom larger, like 1,000 square feet for like 350. So I look at something like this, all the crap on the counters, and just the price point to me just doesn't make sense. I think that for this kind of price, you can get a lot more than what you're seeing here. Now, we just saw a corner, same model as this one on Burrows, sell for $478. It was nicer than this one, but still not too bad at all when you're looking at the price at $449.9. I've always believed $450 is a better option. Driveway, nice. Next best thing to a double car garage is being able to park 2 cars side by side and not having to do the switcheroo where one person pulls out, the other car goes out, the other car goes in, and then you put the other one in. I've helped a lot of people move because they've just been sick of the switcheroo. And yeah, it's not a bad looking place. It's little things that you can see in a listing. Like, for example, I look at something like this. Instead of a bunch of cords coming down and a whole bunch of clutter and mess here, simple, neat, tidy. And that gives me a little bit of a clue about how these guys take care of their home. It's a small thing. Upgraded light fixture that's not the builder, right? So little things like that can make a big difference. A spice rack here versus just tossing the spices in the drawer. These are all little hints that you can look at with a listing that can give you a bit of a sense of how things, the closet, how clothes are folded. These are all things that will help you figure out before you go see this stuff in person what's really going on. Now, I've talked before about how there's not many good investment properties in Milton. This one on commercial is one of the better ones I've seen. There's one on Oak that's been hanging around. It's a triplex, but it's sold like 3 times in the last 4 years. So this one here, $499, same price as Oak. I like the long-term value on something like this a little bit better. 4 bedrooms upstairs. It does not appear to me to be a very big house, so I don't know if they converted the living room or something like that. I don't really know how that's set up, but anyway, it doesn't look too bad at all, at least from the pictures. And, you rent the top and bottom. It's about as good as it gets in town, and you've got a nice size 44 by 145 foot lot. This is looking good. I could see it sell for more than asking for sure. So sneaky over on Costigan, $499.9. You want to know why the picture looks like this? Well, I'll tell you, because 1407 Costigan is surrounded by 3 6-story apartment buildings. So your backyard is going to feel like about 100 people are overlooking it. So we've seen some clever angles. We've seen shots kind of from the sidewalk up to try and block the angle of the buildings, but they are there. We've seen, even in January, there was some stuff on Costigan backing onto these buildings that sold for like $550. So I do think the potential's there to sell for more than $5. If it were me, I would hate every minute of having to look at those buildings in my backyard. I would rather, I don't know what I'd do. I'd rather go live in a basement somewhere where I didn't have to do that. 144 Ontario Street South, $539.9. What I imagine this one being is not necessarily a house, although you could use it for that purpose. They mentioned some of the uses in the description. You always want to check your zoning, but I envision this, and if you look at what's happening around it, I envision this as, they said a daycare, but like an accountant's office, chiropractor, dentist, that kind of stuff. And if you look at what's happening along Main Street, you really can't touch any of those buildings for less than $700,000 or $800,000. So something like this at $539 to me makes a lot of sense, and I think that it could definitely fulfill some needs. Lots of parking in the driveway. That stuff's already set up. I like it. It's a cool property. So Nairn Circle, it's not huge. I don't remember how big the Chelsea is. I think you can find it online, but 769. I think it's around 2,000 square feet. But again, take that with some caution there. The floors look good, nice design, pot lights, crown moldings. The big value to me on this one, aside from the finishes, because that's really nice. I mean, the colors look good. There's nice matching. Is the green space behind, and then you also have the walkout finished basement. So even a tray ceiling up here, nice little bonus. Yeah, nice size yard, good views, love it, great home. Finally, fourth line, big home, nice and close to town. I was actually surprised at the price. I thought it would have been higher if you had to cover the price and then showed me this home, the size of the land, the size of the home. I like these dormers. I like this Cape Cod style. I think it's lovely. They've done some nice finishes in here. Now, sure, you could look at that backsplash and say it's not my thing. That's fine. It's not hard to replace. Yeah, I like the dormer effects. You see some of this in some Mattamy homes too. Electric baseboard heat. It says other/gas, so I'm not sure what that means. 3 natural gas fireplaces. So you're pretty close to town. I guess they have gas service. It's not very common to see, but there's well and septic. And the backyard looks nice too. So lots of good stuff on this one. And like I said, proximity to town is a huge thing. You don't want to drive a half hour to go to the grocery store. You could be at Walmart, I don't know, probably from this one, 5-10 minutes tops. That's good to me. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the list. If you want some daily emails matching specifically what you're looking for, then just find on the site listings by email or go to miltonmarketwatch.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.